best in the league in upset. They have been dominant, they have been crushing, and it is now their chance to lift the trophy and take the crown for themselves. Listen to that. The last thing you have to do, believe in BDS. There's only one more team they have to get through. They're facing them down on the opposite side in the Mad Lions. BDS have the chance to rewrite history.
Who would have thought that Team BDS, the 10th place team from summer 2022, would make the LEC Spring Finals only 8 months later?
It was supposed to be G2, it was supposed to be anybody else, but in the finals, waiting for an opponent worthy of them is BDS!
Do you believe in miracles? Because if not, you better start. Today we see the culmination of a miracle years in the making. On one side, Team BDS, D-tier, 8 at best. Yet day after day, game after game, second after second, they have defied. And now their fairy tale will conclude with death or glory. Introducing Team BDS, your first finalists. In the top lane, it's Adam!
Exile's just trying to make it there. Adam, step forward, use the haymaker, use the showstopper. Odo, 7 seconds for Ranking. He's down. He's just completely down. I mean, Adam is styling on Odo.
God, Adam is so good up towards the top side.
In the jungle, Sheo!
Sheo now here, going to try to turn back on a Perks. They have the damage to Perks for Silas. He's got the red buff. Can he survive for now? Perks
Oh, there's the kick that Yoya perfectly played to escape the clutches of Caps under the tower. In mid lane, it's Niski!
The feathers fly and Vitality are wrecked. They are running for their lives, and despite a hero effort from Perks, it's too little. It's Mad Lions looking for the ace.
In bot lane, it's Kazi! Oh, and Kazi falls root, but Hansama almost gets away in the end. Kazi, though, solo kills in the bot lane. That was beautiful.
That was a mechanical masterclass from Kazi.
And their support, Hill Lee Sang!
He's going to be looking for a hot dive in the defense, going in with the quickness.
I'm curious to see exactly what the game plan is, because obviously you've got like decent peel there on the opposite side with the Zaya, and like self peel with the Ari as well, so maybe you don't want to go towards it. The Garen going to be taken away from Adam as well. I mean, respect given where it's due, you know?
Got to be ready for the curveballs. Limit the variables in the draft, and Adam is certainly nothing if not a huge ball of variables in terms of champion pool and options that he can go for. So taking that off the board, Mad Lions debating on their pick now. Can just match support, save their final pick for top lane, look for a counter pick. Yep. Would open up that blind Scion for BDS, would make a lot more sense if it is going to be blind in that context.
Karzi having a bit of yawn. Will slowly wake up as this game starts, I hope. You never really read Karzi. A heap of emotion sometimes. But they're going to take away the Cassante. So Adam's only got one game of Cassante so far this split, but some kind of denial here because obviously they can counter pick support. Now this does open up Adam
where he's just following that man around his jungle. Seems like he's trying to do something similar, but the first hook now going to land. Karzi following up. 3 feathers back, not quite going to get the snare. LeBron now zooming out to safety, running as fast as he can. Karzi, first blood on the bottom side.
What a play from the Mad Lions bot lane already. Looked like they got caught napping a bit there. I think BDS thought the wave was in a good spot and that Mad Lions wouldn't contest, but they moved forward and hooked as they leveled up.
Billy, hook gonna connect, another punch. Knocks him up. No follow-up here. Feathers not able to find the root.
Yeah, Crowny will hold on to his summoner spells, but the fact that Hilly didn't have to burn his flash to make that play is huge, because now if Yoya actually does manage to get down to this bot lane, there's just no real escape for Labrov if Hilly can chase him down. So really nice job by Mad, and honestly, this bot lane has been stepping up huge. The amount of duo lane kills they've got recently has been absurd.
Yeah, Karzi had a really tough year last year, didn't he, on Vitality?
Coming over the wall, he's gonna get in, and he takes it! That is exactly what you need. Nuke still waiting over the wall, has the flash up and available. Are they gonna try to fight this immediately? Grounded, Elyoya cannot find the follow-up, and now BDS trying to try to fight LeBron. Taken out instantly, Milzak next. Niski needs to turn it, Karzi needs to turn it, but Nuke finds the ult. Nuke finds the Zaya. Karzi cannot pull the feathers back, and Niski in his desperation as he tries to pull something together on the backside of this fight, but BDS, you hear it in the voices in Berlin, and you see it in the river. They dominate the fight.
It's everything for BDS. The fight, the Dragon the gold. A fantastic team fight for BDS. Sets them up beautifully. Look at their carries. 3-1 on Nuke, 2-0 on Crowny. That's exactly the goal injection they needed.
It's phenomenal, isn't it? They wait so well for their windows. They just take a perfect fight. Mad Lions thought they had a free objective there. Steal into
Hellsang back on the map. BDS can shred through this with the power of the Casio, but Crowny's not in the area. This is going to take longer than expected. Mad Lions will be there to contest. Right now, just assigning Carzy to clear out mid lane.
Ward at the back of the pit as well is going to spot everything, so BDS back away instead. Mad.
The hook.
Hook. Crowny playing with caution here. Shio debating. Adam right into the wall. Not at all what BDS wanted. Might just try to reset off that one.
Yeah, BDS couldn't get the Baron off the back of it. They thought they had time, but they were slow to react. They didn't start it up straight away. They thought they could find a pick, and now they've lost the Scion ult. They still want to control this top side, though. Mad Lions and BDS just constantly fighting through mid here. It's like an Aram, just constant back and forth brawling.
Hellsang absolutely fearless here. And this is the beauty of the Blitzcrank when you can force someone into this kind of ARAM situation. You can just fish with the hook. Carzy fish with the devastating smash! And Carzy, that ultimate getting forced out, he cannot afford to be standing there. That was a big misstep from the AD carry on the side of Mad.
And that's huge if BDS now can get position on towards this Baron. Flash will still be available for Carzy, but that ultimate down leaves him so vulnerable to some of these Sheo plays.
I think this Baron is gone, you know. No ult on Carzy. Mad Lions are going to have to find a way in here. They need to get rid of that pink ward in the back of the pit. Once Sheo does that, now they can play the information game BDS. They can look for such an easy turn here. They just have to be on the same page.
They obliterate this health bar. Adam's such a beefy front line, it's hard for them to find the angle. Hellsang coming in the distance, maybe can find a flank, maybe can hook a priority target, but Adam acting the front line there, manages to secure Bear and Mad Lions. There's nothing left for them in this play, but they're sticking around anyway, chasing unstoppable clean to get out of that one. Hellsang waiting over the wall, polymorph to stop any potential hook, and now they're trying to burn down the blitz. Elyoya into the back line, but he's got no follow-up. Carzy and Niski miles away, means the fight is going even further awry. Crowny taking huge chunks of damage here. Gonna desperately try to heal up. BDS continuing to press forward, continuing to leverage their advantage. Now their sights set on mid lane. Niski's out of mana. He's going to be forced to recall here, but BDS can easily look to start to contest a tier 3.
And I'm much more happy that he made it to that wall this time. BDS now going to start moving up towards the top side. TP coming through as well from Nuke to make sure that they can actually start to crack open the base.
Yeah, Crowny hasn't based yet, but he's got a little bit of life steal. We'll probably be asking his team to give him the next wave to heal up, or they can just get this top tier 2 and take a recall. Time is BDS's best friend, and they just bought a lot of it. Mad Lions really want to force these plays, but on the back foot ever since that Dragon fight. And once that Baron goes down, BDS think of a turn, but Chasey has the W to get out of the ult. Unstoppable straight away.
Duke gonna flash to follow up, but Chasey trying to isolate. Chasey trying to create space. Elyo ulting onto 2, but Crowny does not take damage. There is too much life steal. There's the Lulu there to protect him, and the fight is falling apart. It is devastation.
No way.
Popping up in the finals. Crowny is everything. Give him another penta. A king, a crown. Medic said it once, I'll say it again. This man will not be stopped.
You cannot give this guy Zeri. Crowny popping off once again, and BDS win game 1.
12-0-4. Faultless. Fantastic from the AD carry of BDS, and he is one step closer to his first title. Emotionless as well. Crowny knows the goal is not done, the job is not done. This is merely a stepping stone as the first game of the series goes to BDS.
Possible burning through the health bar. Chasey, living, blinking health bar. 24 HP will still stand. 11-12. Minions almost finishing the job.
Just trying to keep it interesting at the end, but Chasey, so well played, managing to just get the hammer down before he dodged out of the way as well.
Great plays already from Mad Lions. You can see the proactivity coming out from this squad. Really aggressive here in game 2. Game 1 was a similar situation, mainly from Hillesang, but now Elyoya and Chasey on these comfort picks are getting the balls rolling.
And even more important that they find this early snowball. If they can find huge item advantages, poke will be insurmountable for BDS. They won't have the comfort of just setting up these fights. But this is what you want to see from Mad Lions if you're a fan of them. They've got the experience. They've got the players who have been in these tight situations. This is LEC final appearances. Hillesang, no surprise at the top. Carzy, Elyoya, Niski, everyone on the top side up there. It's only one.
Back and find out what the actual answer is.
Has Dracos solved the puzzle? Has he figured it out? Will we be getting back into the game shortly, or is it something deeper, something more mysterious?
Well, we just got confirmation from production in the back via league officials that it was simply a microphone positioning issue and that communication could have been clearer.
You nailed Cluedo. That was phenomenal.
Bam.
Yeah, I wonder if you could see they were like putting their fingers between the mic and the mouse, just saying like needs to be at this distance to pick you up.
It's like 2 fingers away.
Too far away.
There's a correct side and a wrong side of the mic. I know it all just looks like one little black glob, but there is a side that takes in sound and there's a side that doesn't. So you got to have it facing the right way.
Yeah.
This is why people are paid to do audio for a living, because there's a lot of really niche things that only audio people care about until, of course, you can't hear your teammates. Or until the only thing you can hear is Mad Lion's chants, which Sheo might not be as chasey. Once he recalls, he's going to have big items waiting for him. Gets the early Hex Drinker, but BDS ready to fight.
Elioya needs to get this and get out now. There's a Maokai ult, there's a Malphite ult, there's a lot of CC ready to land on top of him. He's going to get the full reset. Is he? Oh, he didn't get the eye.
Oh, no!
Didn't get the eye. Here comes the hard reset. Full reset. 7,000 health now, but this is gone.
And now you don't have Smite. You can't even flip it. You can't even contest it. Sheo doesn't have it either, but you certainly don't know that. Oh, coming up. It's a true shot barrage.
No chance. No chance.
Oh, it's just not going to... Oh, okay. TP coming out to go back to the bottom lane. Adam just going to hold the line there. And I like this coming out from BDS, reassigning their lanes. Chasey not going to get the luxury of an isolated 1v1.
Oh, but Elioya's just hit level 6. Crowny no flash. They want to push out this wave.
Rob in trouble here. Should be an easy kill pickup. But the handshake coming out buys a bit more time. Crowny's going to be able to escape on the back of that one. Brav will still fall, but a clean gank coming in from Mad Lions.
Such a big handshake there to make sure that Elioya couldn't actually get the ultimate immediately onto Crowny, get the double CC. So nice job by Labrov, but a nice kill as well. Without Sheo there was nothing that BDS could do.
Oh, I think Mad Lions really wanted 2 kills there. Good play by BDS, good macro play for the Herald swap. You're a top laner down there and play things top, but Mad Lions respond very, very quickly. They've weathered the storm a bit, they've recuperated their gold lead, but they can't afford to make these mistakes in River. Every single team fight in these Rivers, BDS is just taking over, even in the early stages with these scaling champs.
The big one is Chase though. 3 kills now on towards Chasey. This is where he really needs to step up and be accounted for. The pop shots that he'll be able to take are going to be a significant amount of damage if they land onto the right targets. The big thing though is trying to get him into these fights. As we already kind of pointed out, you want to be able to crack open these turrets, buy space in the map, make sure you're first the objectives. But with the Rift Herald in Sheo's back pocket, that's the next question as he moves down towards the bot side with Crowny and Labrov already here.
Yeah, it's going to get placed. No one from Mad Lions here to respond. No cross map available either. Chase is not even hitting top tower. Adams cleared the wave. Carson needs to get down here quick. This full tower might be gone over to Crowny. This is going to be a massive gold swing in his favor. You can see Yoya running down. Crowny no flash. No flash. They could look for an engage here. Nuke and Sheo off to the side. This Maokai ult could be huge.
And the Herald's not immediately going to charge. The wave is there to stop the Herald. Oh, that sucks for Mad Lions. They have to burn through this wave as quick as they can. And they're going to take it out before it even charges in. They're going to finish it before it gets the charge. Mad Lions needed to break mid lane. Instead, they'll take 60% of Adam's health bar and nothing else.
Do they take the fight on Dragon now, though? Because this Malphite is incredibly low. Adam's just going to have to hide in the shadows and wait for Mad Lions to walk up. Flash ult, he'll probably die, but could win them the fight. He's got the passive shield. Kars is on midwave. Crowny starting it up. Sheo has smite, so does Elioya. Niski's off to the side, trying to get some more poke down.
Could be a 50-50. Hex Tech Soul. What's at stake here? Getting closer and closer. What feels like a game-winning Soul. Snare's going to come out. BDS just happy with the objective. In the meantime, Mad Lions will take the consolation prize. They will at least get mid lane tower, but have to give up a dragon to do it.
Rocket for Vision. No ultimate for Adam just yet. It looks like they're going to flip it again, similar to game 1.
7 seconds on the ultimate.
No smite.
Waiting over the wall. Hillsang finds so much space. 3K getting lower and lower. Can they burn through this objective? Nuke going to try to get over the wall. Nuke, can he take it away? No. Smite now coming out. Unstoppable is Elioya with the Baron buff. Down in the favor of Mad Lions. True shot barrage now coming out of the Crowny. Deleting Crowny. They took him out. That's everything. Mad Lions can now turn. It's Nuke versus Karzi. Niski still off to the side. Sheo desperate to retreat now as Mad Lions have not only taken the Baron, they've taken the fight.
The fact that they managed to get 2 kills off the back of that with Karzi and Chasey slamming down the damage. Labrov wasn't in a position to follow up because he'd just been on reset. The 4 versus 5 and no ultimate on Adam. Mad Lions find us.
What a play from the Mad Lions. Instantly turning this pick into a Baron start on spawn. You can see the Drowsy lands onto the Malphite. The 2-man stun from Hilly, buying space, buying time. Here unless they found Yoya.
Create space, but Niski's off on the flank. They have to be careful. Chasey just fishing for angles. The front line here needs to block the shock blast, needs to block the mystic shots.
This is a poke comp stream having Baron. You just sit there playing dodgeball with the enemies. BDS have to pull the trigger, or they're eventually going to lose this bot tier 2 when the next wave comes in.
40 seconds left on the Baron. Niski fishing. Stolen Flash coming out, still has both of his summoners. The Mad Lions playing it slow, playing it controlled. Niski gonna fish for a big chunk of damage here. Labrov gonna grab the handshake, and Niski picked off! Clean from Labrov.
Really, really clean. Health bars are low, though. They might get this tower anyway.
It's going to be so close, Matt. Trying to see if they can continue the siege here with the last little bit of the Baron buff. Should be able to get the tier 2. But having that kill does mean that Niski's going to be delayed as they start to move over towards this dragon in 40 seconds. And 3rd dragon potentially here for BDS. And the fights have been looking good for BDS thus far. It's been that poke game for Mad, and missing one of their core characters for that is going to make it difficult.
Yeah, you can see Sheo building a itemizing against Poke. Warmock's picked up. He's happy to now play a bit more frontline on these sieges, tank up the spells, block them for Crowny and Nuke, and then heal up.
Finish the job. Mad Lions taking the Drake.
Crowny.
Crowny burning, blinking health bars. Elyoya wants to keep the fight going. Mad Lions, these extended fights can be devastating, but big damage on the backside is Carzy. Hits an ally still. Mad Lions finding objective and kills left and right. Chasing!
What a snipe out of the Mad Lions top laner. Takes down Crowny. Wave not in their favor though. Midwave still so far away. Mad Lions get the dragon. A bit frustrating. They can't get anything off this. You can see them pinging top, pinging bot. They can't translate it into any towers just yet. They might overstay a bit if they do. But Mad Lions, exceptional fights.
Exceptional comeback in game 2, Sheo. Feeling the worst for wear as Carzy goes at it.
Carzy, not afraid to take a tower shot here, knows how incredibly powerful he is. Renata on the way in. Adam is there as well. 5 seconds on the ultimate, but Carzy can just walk away. Recall from Elyoya. Still hovering in the area, still waiting. Baron, a minute and 17 seconds away. Let's take a look back at this exchange.
So Carzy eased forwards here, unintentionally. I think Adam ults at the same time, thinking, you know, I've got a free Ezreal, but he's actually eased at the same time there, Carzy. Unlucky for Adam.
Back. They desperately just want to 5v5, but they won't get the option. Carzy going golden. It's clean, but now the follow-up immediately. The hostile take over. The ulti! Carzy down! Shut down is everything, and BDS again. Finding the fight. Niski over the wall will find one. They need the reset. They're going to get it. Renata bailing out Adam and BDS. Finding an angle in the mid lane.
Carzy is caught, a Mad Lions fall. BDS find that quick moment, but now Niski, what can he do? Can he try and get out of here? BDS know that he's still around.
They can't let them base here. Yoya was trying to cancel all the recalls. Niski's going to find Adam. Yoya might find Nuke with the flash. He needs these kills.
Sleepy Malphite gets the kill. Niski finding one. Crowny. Will he find another one? Elyoya needs to dash out to safety. Shield coming in.
Nuke's base got stopped. You can see BDS really wants to get towards that Baron, but Mad were sweating. Niski and Yoya know they had to stop the recalls. Niski might die here.
Exhaust, or Ignite rather, coming in. Won't finish the job. Lebrov still standing. Niski now taken down. BDS can go for a reset and maybe still look for the Baron. It's a 43-second death timer, but here comes the
Lebrov.
shot.
I think Lebrov might die to this.
Lebrov.
Looks like it might hit.
Wait.
He's going to go down.
Oh! The split second! Like a matador in the face of a raging bull, he makes it out.
Mad Lions now. What's the play? What is the play? 25 seconds on Niski. They're all around here and they put some vision down. Yes, Adam will have the TP. Ultimates are all back up. Lebrov's coming out of base. It's going to be another fight around mid.
The tension in this game is palpable. It's so back and forth. The TP in the mid lane.
dead.
BDS once again ready to bet it all. Adam off to the backside. Carzy, where are you going to go? He needs to E over the wall, but he can't even get in range. The heal now coming out for the movement speed. That is Carzy once again out of the equation.
What they've said here, BDS, is we'll roam down and cover this bot side and push in to force the Ahri back and maybe stop her base to get some tempo. But you're going to have to TP mid and cover off against the Jinx Thresh.
Jay over the wall. TP coming in. Carzy does the overstep. Not anticipating the Wukong. That's one knockup. Hylissang coming in with the lantern. Can they finish Carzy? Carzy getting burned down. Ticking.
The red buff, the red buff, the red buff.
Burning. Lebrov up to the side. And Pix is certainly helping on that one.
Carzy's just overstepping again here in game 3. A bit greedy for that plate. Hylissang was playing lantern, but a little too far. Miscommunication from the bot lane of Mad Lions. Now BDS have a really good lane state.
Elyoya forced to retreat now. Niski doing what he can to hold on to the wave there, forced to TP back to the bottom side of the map. Carzy so close to escaping, but over-aggressive as Adam cancels. Chasey's back here. Big health advantage, but Chasey with ult available makes this not the best opportunity to go in.
Labrov, it's so funny to see him.
He's unstoppable to try to generate some distance, but Niski can just follow up. I think a little bit premature on the ultimate there, just trying to generate a little bit more space. Flash now coming out, trying to speed out, and he's just fast enough. Niski following up. Can he finish it? The Q going a little bit wide. Niski, he's just getting slapped around. He's barely able to make it out. This is the reset now. He knows he has to execute. He just has to give the kill to the Malphite, because if you give it to Crowny, the game will start to fall apart.
Pushing top though for Mad Lions. You can see Nuke had to go towards mid because Crowny collapsed down. There's a numbers advantage on the map for Mad Lions. They're going to get this tower, but Chase's TP, I wonder if it's up for this dragon spawning in 25 seconds. Shio. What is Shio doing? He's all the way next to the Wolves wall, maybe looking to pick off someone moving out of base. Going to take the Herald recall. Base is coming in from Nuke. Is Dragon going to be the next point of contention for both these teams?
Just feel a little bit late on the reset though from Crowny. He's only now just going back to base. You can even see the pings towards him on that bottom side. Mad Lions are aware that Crowny will be late. Is a second item there for Crowny with that Runes Hurricane picked up a massive advantage for him coming into this fight. We'll have to see if BDS can try and make it work with Adam. No ultimate.
Level 12, Cassante, Chasey, Ghost, ultimate available. Get something done. Massive.
Trade one back. Carzy picks up Adam.
But this is the thing. Mad Lions, they've been playing against Adam 3 games in a row now, and every single time, despite the massive leads they've built in lane, it has not mattered, but this time around it has. They finally found a fight where Chasey could leverage his advantage to the fullest. If he can isolate Crowny again,
it's going to be easy. Crowny's still very far away from 3 items. Chasey incredibly powerful.
And now BDS have to be so careful with this dropping away because barring up creeps are going to do a lot of work to these towers. You can see Chasey having his time down here on this bot lane turret as the dragon is being taken by Mad Lions as well. And once they start to group, the siege is so strong with Niski being able to fish for charms and even Karzi having the range advantage as well.
This game doesn't feel like Mad Lions are on a timer. This Jinx is just doing so much work for their draft. You know, yes, they have the Vi, but the Cassante is just massively far ahead. They have more frontline, they have more backline.
Will connect Karzi! Will connect Karzi! Looking for a penalty! Looking for an opportunity! There's room for more than one king in the LEC because it's Karzi who wants a crown!
Karzi gets a pentakill as well. BDS on match point, but Mad Lions aren't done just yet. 2 close games, but they bounce back in game 3.
An incredible performance from Mad Lions, and for Karzi once more to step them up and take us to that game 4.
And you enjoy the passion in the audience here in Berlin as Mad Lions bring it back on the edge, but they found the tools. They fought fire with fire. This time around, they got team fighting, and they took it all the way.
Smiles on the face of Mad Lions. They're such a momentum-based.
Crowny especially, I feel like you just have to find ways to shut him down. It seems like whenever the game gets to a certain point, he just takes over. In some weird way, that kind of reminds me of myself back in the day, where I would just kind of just farm up and at some point take over the game, and that's Crowny now.
Yeah, it is. And he's delivered over and over in that regard. This is the first game BDS have lost in a long time. We can talk about the mental blow about that later. I do want to finish off just on the last game because it was a different look for Mad Lions on many parts. Now, a very hard to play game, I want to say. They drafted themselves in game 2, Yamato. Did they give themselves easier tools in this third game?
I think just the 1, 2, 3 has always been so strong from Mad Lions. Here, they managed to lock down the Vi, Ahri, Jinx, get a support that Hilly is comfortable on.
So something standard, and I think it's a Blitzcrank game for Hilly, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Set up for a really, really strong pick. You've got decent team fighting as well. It's just a case of, well, you're very much in on this mid game as Mad Lions, so you want to make sure that Hilly's going to be able to roam, start getting those picks, because if BDS gets to the late game with the Cephalius and Cassiope, you're in a really bad spot.
But I think Mad Lions have essentially figured out the BDS Exodia draft. As we see the Pike now locked in for Hilly, certainly trying to make it more volatile. Remember, Team BDS still at match point. You cannot afford to make any mistakes, but they want to keep this lane as explosive as possible. And Team BDS, now they have the carry threat required to win out in team fights, but they lack the reliable front line that they had in drafts past. Cassante, you've seen, more strong when he can dive the back line, not a Malphite or a Scion in terms of guaranteed reliability.
I think the important thing here is they have a Cassio into Gragas Sejuani, so if you don't get that Cassio down, the amount of DPS that's going to come out is going to be unreal. Something like Conqueror on the Cassio, God knows what, Phase Rush, anything can really work into it, but Mad Lions, again, they will get outscaled. Their front line is short-ranged. They have a little bit of poke in side lane, but it's on Xayah really to be the main damage dealer here, and BDS, good mage mids, good scaling AD carry, a little bit. They try to find objectives on the other side of the map, even if they trade down, but Mad Lions are brute forcing this top side.
And it's Sheo who's had the highest counter jungle percent, but he's getting counter jungle, and here comes everyone.
Kicking things off, the knockback now coming in, but they're standing up for now, but Nuke body blocking the Sejuani ultimate, definitely not the ideal target. Now flashing back out to safety. Mad Lions, have they overcommitted? Have they overstayed? Chasey looking for the power shot blast. Oh man, Korean sniper on the top side of the map. Chasey again finding the angle.
He is playing flawlessly right now. You can see the coaching staff bowing to the top laner that has come in as a replacement for Armut. Chasey, phenomenal year so far. Stepping up huge in this series. Blunder from Niski though. His ult was on the wrong side of the Vi. Could have knocked him into his team and been a bit cleaner, but Chasey makes sure that he's a janitor.
Now a bot side, Ayoya starting to move down.
Ultimately not able to find anything. You see Crowny on the Brav desperately trying to find these angles, but Yo-Yo is
once more. We're seeing that Karzi can step up here in the bot lane.
Definitely can. We'll get a plate for himself, so even trade, but yeah, Karzi will get the better hand. The wave, the gold from the plates. Niski's taking a base there, has the TP up and available. Adam also has that TP coming up, but we'll look at this replay here, because Niski actually blunders the whole combo. The E-Flash is great, but look where this ult goes. Wrong side. Don't know where that was. Mouse must have went up towards the top side. Anyway, dodge of the ult here from Chasey. Watch this backstep. Instantly dodges out on the Cassiopeia ultimate, and then the snipe was just fantastic, wasn't it? Watching and waiting for Nuke's movement. Just came up, boom.
He just doesn't miss with them.
He just doesn't miss.
Impressive. Here on the bottom side, of course, you see the play here. LeBron forced to burn flash, so the execution doesn't come through. Crowny knows that he has to fight in the exchange. Easy CC follow-up. LeBron flashing to make sure that the reset doesn't come out, but Karzi only really forced to use the ult to follow, and oh yeah, I think a little bit slow on the trigger there on the E, or they may have been able to find a second kill.
The fact that you now have no flashes on mid, bot, or support is going to make this next Dragon very dangerous for BDS. They're trying to see if they can find a pick beforehand, but I don't think they can really find his lab. What are you doing?
Walking under the tower! This is not what you do! BDS!
Probably no flash. Niski, can he hit him with the barrel this time?
Running backwards. Niski gonna find the slow, and that's all that they need to find. The Bomba backwards! Easy follow-up. And this is not just a Mad Lions advantage. This is a Mad Lions slaughter. BDS prey in the face of their opponents.
It's a 5,000 gold lead, isn't it? They have Heralds for bot tower if they want Dragons up. They just need to recuperate and grab the creeps on the lanes. See Shio just instantly trying to cross map, running top. Maybe he can find a kill onto Chasey. No flash up there just yet. That'll be a nice shutdown to get over, but Chasey, look how much respect.
Hilly now, one of those, wants to pick off Adam.
Adam isolated. If he gets too low, he will fall down. He has the flash to maybe get away from the death from below, but Herald coming in. This tower is not his to hide under. He needs to get the hell out, but he's pulled back. He's unstoppable. He pulls Hilly away with him too. Now trying to dash to safety. Hillis ain't gonna find the stun, the shock, the follow-up, the execution. He goes over the wall, but he gets hit anyway. Hillisang with a clean death from below.
Little bit of cross map here from Crownies trying to get this bot tower, but Mad Lions aren't done here.
They're not. They're going to keep pushing. They've even got the push in mid. Labrov
Knockback,
once again.
Dunked down. And this is the thing. They haven't had flashes for 3 minutes, and Mad has killed them 3 times in the duration.
I cannot stress enough how much I can hear Mad Lions laughing and having fun. They just hit the barrel onto Labrov. They're having a great time. Giggles all around. They're having such a good game here. Niski's just roaming around the entire map. BDS will get this bot tier 1, but Chasey, look at this gold swing now. It's going to be up to 4K in a second.
Crownie ghosting to make it out to safety. And with 2 Drakes already stacked, yes, it's Chemtech Soul, but I don't know if it's going to matter. This lead is nigh insurmountable. Yes, BDS, credit to them. They've come back in from so many deficits by team fighting, but Matter so far ahead, they will beat you with their wallets. They can miss skills, they can miss ultimates, they can be missing summoner spells, and they can still win these fights.
And you're missing items on BDS as well. You're going to be waiting so long before Crownie really becomes relevant, before Nuke really becomes relevant. Whereas when you look at Mad Lions, we talked about this being a team that comes alive in the mid game, and they're going to be spiking saves very hard as Hilly.
Hilly, they just instantly ult him again, just chain CC, lock down the pike, good kill. That is certainly a start. Hilly, that's the vulnerability of playing the champion into a Vi especially. You cannot get away.
Steadily finding something now, BDS. Got a tower in bot, now they've got a kill. Crownie sitting on 2, after that answer on the 1-for-1 from the bot plate. Tower will probably fall, but no local gold will go over. Oh, the minion just dropped that or less. So that won't hurt too much. Mad will probably want the local gold anyway. Herald's up, you can see pings coming through. Mad Lions haven't dropped a single neutral right now, and I don't think they're done just yet.
That thought now instantly. Brav picked off again, and this is the tools, this is the setup that Mad Lions have. They're just engaging every time they see an enemy champion on their screen.
And this time they did it with Labrov's flash up as well, so just adding insult to injury now. Mad can get control over this mid lane. They can fall back as Niski's
sidestep on the Q is big. They just don't have the damage to kill this Gragas right now.
Yeah, you can just stand in their face, just contest these Raptors while this jungler's taking Heralds, right? The map's just in shambles. There's nothing that BDS can really do. I mean, Mad Lions are just going to wait for this Baron to spawn. They can pick up this next dragon and put themselves on soul point as well. BDS
and not a single win to his name since then. This would be such a big one to get.
Yeah, the mid lane tier in Europe is so elite. It's always has been. You know, back in the days, if you wanted to win a title, you needed Xpeke, Froggen, or Forbidden. You know, a couple years later, it was the caps and perks. Then it moved on to Larsen and Humanoid, and Niski was always that player in the shadows behind these names, never really able to find his title. Went over to NA and found one there, yes, but now he's back in the LEC. And he's on this Mad Lions lineup where Elyoya and Karsi were the ones reverse sweeping Rogue to their first championship. And I think they keep the spirits high, and Niski adds fuel to that fire. And you could hear them laughing throughout this game. You could hear them laughing even when they were down 0-2. It was like this friendship that they had in 2021, which carried them to those back-to-back titles. And I can kind of see that here again.
And just remember that a couple years ago, Niski didn't have a team. He wasn't good enough to play on a starting lineup, people thought. Reeker came in, ultimately struggled to perform on stage.
Ultimate for Elyoya. They really wanted to see if they can get that. Adam, though, pushing in this top side. I still don't think at the moment there's much that Mad can really do with the flash that Shio's burnt, but at least they should give them a window of opportunity at the next dragon when that spawns, also with Rift Herald in a minute and a half's time.
No tower for Adam to run back to. He's got Ghost up in a second, though. See if he can get out of this from Chase. He's missing out on the R's. All going to go wide. Not going to get that kill. Unfazed, though, is Chasey. Pops the emote. Adam will be safe. Saves that summoner spell.
Needle work from Chasey, good, but the footwork from Adam better in that trade. Very clutch. See Adam going for a little bit of early MR, hopefully help him survive in this lane. Sheo is able to pick up that objective, but 1.4k gold lead in the jungle, not something I expected to see in this series. But Elyoya has been everywhere, taking camps left and right, taking kills, finding assists. Sheo spent a lot of time just waiting in the brush, hovering, trying to cover topside. It just did not pay off.
It's interesting how Mad Lions swapped up their game plan and played more through top this series towards the late stages of it.
And even you can see Elyoya nearly a level ahead. Actually is a full level ahead of Shio in that jungle role as well. He's been doing absolutely fantastic, and I think now this is where you're going to start to see it pay off, right? You look at no flash forward.
They're not giving it to us, they're giving us an execution. They are dominating BDS at every single turn, at every single opportunity.
What an incredible run from Mad Lions across these last 3 days. Niski so close to tasting his first trophy here in the LEC, and also tasting his first MSI. He got somewhat robbed in 2021 when he won in NA. There was no MSI in that year, so despite him winning the split, he didn't have the opportunity to compete at that international event, and now he is so close to doing it. Chasey, such a star for this team. And BDS, what's left? What is left? Mad Lions are now going to start the siege. They're on Hex Tech Soul Point. Elyoya getting some vision. They spot out Shio. Flanks should be safe for now. See the push in top 4, Niski. No TPs on Mad Lions means the 1-3-1 is a little bit more tricky. Carzzy can't afford to step up too far, and he has been doing that a few times this series, so he's going to play a lot more reserve this time around.